What's going on, fish people? Fish Nerd here, back again with another video. And in today's video, hopefully won't be as long as I think it's gonna be, but we have my 55-gallon tank, and I want to convert this into my 74, my planted tank basically. Currently, my 75 is my planted tank, but I want to transfer all of these fish into the 55 and transfer all of these fish into the 75. I am gonna keep a couple of the fishes in here, like the pink convict, also known as the pearl Honduran, pearl white Honduran. There he is. Uh, I might keep the electric blue in here. These guys, because they will get about 6 inches, 7 inches. I'm gonna move the Oscar to the 75, and we're gonna see how everything goes. It probably will be a long video. Um, I did go to my fish store and picked up some uh, under gravel stuff for the 55. This is clay, and I talked to my local fish store about it. Told them my idea, and they said this is what we recommend. Um, the reason we recommend it is because there's a lot of minerals and stuff that the plants can use from clay. A lot of people make their planted tanks and add clay balls or like little clay powder or something at the bottom of the tank, and then cap it with a layer of soil or cap it with a layer of sand, and then call it a day. Just plant all their plants. So that's what we're gonna do to the 55. All right, guys. So now that I think about it, we only have to drain the 55-gallon tank because this is the only tank we're gonna rescape. The 75, I'm just pulling plants out of there and moving um, the wood out of there. I'm not changing any substrate in the 75. I'm gonna leave that as is. So this will actually be a lot smoother than I think it's gonna be, or than I thought it was gonna be. I am gonna move my wave maker to the 75 as well, because there's gonna be more aggressive fishes in there, a little bit more bigger than what I usually have. Like my Oscar, like I said, my Pro White Honduran, the male, he's on that side. I do have the female Pro White Honduran. They did breed, but then I pulled her out because I didn't want them breeding because they were disturbing the sand and stuff. And underneath that sand is soil. So if that leaches into my water, it would have been a bad day for me. I also have a convict cichlid, which she's in here. She likes to swim around with the Oscar fish. There, here you can see her right there. That's her right there. Very cool fish. She's also a female, and the reason I know she's a female is because she's a little bit smaller, and right underneath her belly, you can see an orange shine underneath her belly. Same thing with the Pro White Honduran. You can see an orange shine underneath her belly. She is hiding right now, though. So I'm gonna drain a little bit of water to um this can right here. Okay, so I got my water in my styrofoam container for my 75-gallon plants. I got the water in the black container for my Oscar. I did get my net. I'm about to pull them out, put them in this container, and then from there, we're gonna see what we do with the other fish. We're gonna transfer them somewhere. I don't really want to put many fishes with the Oscar. I don't want to stress him out as much as he's already gonna be stressed out. Let me pull this wood out. Big boy. All right, he is in this container. All right, fish people. So I was able to pull out uh, that much water out of the tank. There is quite a bit of gallons left still, but my pump wasn't able to get all of that. So now I'm going to open up the bags of clay and we're gonna pour them in here. It might be a messy mess. A messy mess. It might be a little messy because it's clay. It is very dusty. But after we pour it in, we are gonna cap it with a layer of sand. I do have to go get some sand um, from outside. Hopefully, I'll have enough. If I don't, I don't mind putting some sand from the 75 gallon, thus creating another mess. That's all right. Uh, so I am gonna leave what I have in there. It has some beneficial bacteria for the fishes, so I don't mind that. I am gonna remove these plants up here also. That's gonna be for another project. So let's go ahead and open these bags up. I'm gonna pour them back to front. Yeah, it's literally just clay, very powdery. A lot of minerals in this bag. Lots of minerals. Let's see how cloudy the water gets. Oh yeah. That's this bag right here. Let me. That's how it looks right now. It's very messy. Let me pour the half of the second bag in. Okay, guys. So I put the second bag in. It is very dirty. This is what clay can do to your fish tank. But anyways, I did go outside. This is the bin that I have outside with all my sand and stuff. Um, so like more of that, all that black sand, the black sand in the brackish water tank over there. There's a tank down here. So basically, all of these tanks have the sand that I keep in this container. If I don't use the sand in the tank no more, I just pull it out and put it in this container. Uh, Hopefully I have enough for at least 2 inches. Um, I really want to cap this very well because I don't want this getting disturbed by the fishes and stuff when they swim around or they rub against the soil. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a small layer of sand starting to build up. So we're gonna get that layer a little bit more thicker. All right, guys. So we got everything settled in. I tried to clean it as good as I could. I ended up putting a little bit of water and getting as much of the brown stuff as I could. We are going to. What I'm trying to do right now is remove the decoration and stuff in the tank and putting it in a 4 gallon container. So this got uprooted. This is a nice little plant. It goes all the way to the surface of the water if you let it. Um, a lot of people like to trim them and keep them more as a little plant, like this one right here. If you trim them, they stay small like that. A lot of people like to keep them like that. I do have two, I think, maybe three that are short, and then this tall one. I'm gonna take some of these Amazon swords. Those guys get massive. And put them in these tanks as well. That cryptocorn looks very awesome. Let me zoom in. It's a very bushy cryptocorn. I do have some long fin angels in there. They're still babies, but you can see them right there. So I did sort out my plants. Can't really see what there is, but it's like a jungle vow. This is a shorter stem vow scenario. Cryptocorn, different type of varieties. I can't remember the name of this plant. Um, Rotala indica. I forgot something lotus, tiger lotus. I think it was this plant right here. Can't remember the name of this. This is two um falling back. I can't really tell what plant that is. This is a species of a cryptocorn as well. I'm pretty sure it was a cryptocorn. A variety of cryptocorn. I've never seen these, uh, so I had to pick them up when I seen them at the store.
I feel like I'm flying now. You make it so delicate. You give me peace of mind. You take me high, and now we know how again. I feel like I'm flying now. You make it so delicate. You take me high, and now we know how again. I feel like I'm flying now. You make it so delicate. You give me peace of mind. You take me high, and now we know how again. You give me peace of mind. You take me high, and now we know how again. I feel like I'm flying now. You make it so delicate. I don't know how, but now I'm healing. And it feels like you make me wanna show my feelings. Yeah, I don't know how, but now I'm healing. And it feels like you make me wanna show my feelings.
Okay, so this is what I have right now. I don't really look very eye appealing, but that's because there's no water. Okay, so I have a couple of more plants to go. This, this stuff back here, and all the swords and stuff. So
You take me high, now we know how we can. You give me peace of mind. You take me high, now we know how we can. I feel like I'm flying now. You make it so delicate. I don't know how, but now I'm healing. And it feels like you make me wanna show my feelings. Yeah, I don't know how, but now I'm healing. And it feels like you make me wanna show my feelings. Yeah, I feel like I'm flying now. You make it so delicate. You give me peace of mind. You take me high, now we know how we can.
ten. Um, there is a YouTuber that I watch that he likes to use API um root tabs. These are CCAM root tabs. And what I see him do a lot is he likes to make it into a powder, and when he makes it into a powder, he adds that before adding anything into his tank. So he basically layers the bottom of the tank with a dust of root tabs, and he crushes about 5, 10 of them, 5 or 10, and then puts it everywhere. So I should try that one day. Whenever starting up a new tank as well, guys, um, putting as much plants in the tank as you can afford to do so will highly benefit your tank and your fishes. Because a lot of new tanks go through a bacteria bloom, and if you have a lot of plants in there, it'll help the bacteria and like nutrients in the water and stuff get sucked up by the plants. It'll also benefit from keeping your ammonia down, your nitrites, your nitrates, thus the uh, fish cycle or your fish cycle, your nitrogen cycle. You always want to go through your nitrogen cycle if you're a beginner, guys. Um, to get around it, you don't always have to do. A lot of people say that you have to do a fishless cycle, but to me, it's a lot harder to do a fishless cycle than do a fish in cycle. Uh, Meaning you have to have a constant supply of ammonia or something dying in the tank. For example, let's say you just add food, that food starts to go bad and it'll start building ammonia, and then it'll go through a nitrogen cycle, which starts creating beneficial bacteria for your tank, this, and that. But if you are a more advanced fish keeper, or like even as a beginner, for example, let's just say this is a brand new canister filter. Let's just say it's a brand new canister filter. I put water in here, put all my plants. This filter's been running for 6 months. I can take a sponge from that filter, squeeze it into this tank with all the water, and then this filter will suck that up. So I think that's called uh what is that called? Not boosting. Oh, I forgot the name of it, but you can basically speed the process up. You don't have to wait your full couple. What is it? 4 weeks for a nitrogen cycle. I can do a brand new tank and throw my fishes in there and have nothing die as long as you do it correctly. Now we got off track here. Okay. So now we're gonna fill this puppy up with water. Put our heater back in. Let the water run. We're gonna transfer all of the fishes in the 75-gallon over there. We're gonna put them in this tank. I did turn off the lights because it was kind of bothering me for this tank over here. All right, everybody. So I left the tank sitting overnight. It did clear up a lot. The fishes were kicking up like the sand and stuff, which was pretty good because a lot of the dust from the clay settled at the bottom. But when the fishes, like the corridors, all the little catfishes that swim at the bottom, they kicked everything up, and the filter sucked everything in. So I did add a lot of my rare fishes in here. I got a couple of rare fish, like you guys probably don't even know these fish. The later corals out of Wise, and later corals cerviceps. Those are my little rare cichlids that I have in this tank. They're about this big, the otherwise, and then the cerviceps are about that big. The otherwise are like $50 at my fish store, and they rarely have them, like super rare. So those guys are pretty cool. Let me flip the camera around and show you guys what they look like. All right, so he just hid. Where is he? Okay, so this is a later coral. That looks like the cerviceps. That is a later coral cerviceps. The later coral otherwise is back there. They look similar, but the cerviceps are short and stubby, and the otherwise are longer and a little bit more thin. There is a giant one that I have in here. He is hiding back there, but when these guys get their colors, they are very beautiful. He's hiding back there. Yeah, that you can see that he's short and stubby, and then the tail color is a little bit more different as well. You can see that's a cerviceps as well. I did end up putting my or pulling out the electric blues because I didn't want anything later in the future that I had to pull out and stuff. Like the electric blue, those guys, like I said earlier in the video, those guys get 6-7 inches. So I put both of them in here. I'm not sure if I have a male or a female in here, but I know one of them is a male, and hopefully I do have a female so they can breed. That'd be pretty cool. So I put those guys in there. I left the pearl in here. My Oscar is back there, and I made a quick skate for them. I know it looks like rubbish, but it is good enough for them to hiding and go in and out of. I know they love it because this is what their environment looks like in like the wild and stuff. I did add an extra filtration from plants. You can see the monsteros growing out. The pothos is in here. I can't remember the name of this plant, but you can see the roots are in there as well. So yeah, I like this tank. I did pull out pretty much everything from this tank and put it in the 55. So I do want to get a black background. I don't like how that looks. Alright, fish nerds, if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like, subscribe, and thank you guys for tuning in once again. And Fish Nerd out.